So when you apply for disability insurance, you have to go through what's called medical underwriting, where they ask you a series of medical questions, head to toe, pretty much last 10 years. And so the company has one chance to look at the risk, because once you have your policy, you can increase in the future and no further medical questions. So that's why the underwriting process can be very stringent. When they're looking at risk, there are several things that can be considered high risk for disability insurance. Number one is primarily neck and back issues. So those tend to be pretty common types of exclusions on your policy. If you get a neck exclusion or a back exclusion, it's really important to make sure your broker requests that there's exception for fracture or burns. So if you have a back exclusion on your policy and you're in a car accident and you break your back or it's fractured, you want to make sure that's covered, because what they're trying to exclude is pre-existing back strains, or maybe you had a back surgery. It's a very common type of exclusion on a policy. The number two one that's very common is mental illness. So if you've ever taken meds for ADHD or depression, anxiety, etc., any of those, they will probably put an exclusion on the policy, and those are very typical. Now, if you have, it's called a mental nervous exclusion. It's important to know that it doesn't mean nervous system. They mean more nervous in terms of anxiety. It's a psychological exclusion. They would still cover multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, any kind of neurological condition. Those are the most common types of exclusions on a policy.